All right, so my students ask me, and other people, a lot of people ask me about ham radio. I wanted to show you how I have it set up. So I've got coaxial cable running into my house. Connects to this ladder line. The ladder line runs all the way up to that tree, and then coming off that, either end of the wire, there are two wires in that. One wire, there's a wire that goes all the way down to the ground over here, and then another wire that goes all the way down to the ground over there. You can sort of see it in between the oaks there. It goes down, connects to an insulator, and then connects to a dog tie-out on each side. That's for my HF radio. I can talk all the way around the world on that. Let me show you my VHF and UHF. That's my local antenna, and then I'll show you the radios in the basement. So up on the roof I have two antennas. One is for my TV. So that normal looking antenna is the TV, and then the top, which is centered right now, this is it's an antenna for my radio. I believe that's a J-pole, yeah, J-pole antenna, but it's a dual band, so it runs UHF and VHF. And I'll talk about that in another video sometime. But the coaxial runs down and then eventually into my basement, and I'll show you the radios that it connects to. Alright, so now we're down in my basement, looking the opposite way that normally my computer's set up right here. And then, messy table right now, but these are my radios. This radio right here is an HF radio. I'm able to talk all the way around the world with that, just using 50 watts of energy. I could use less, and I do use the least amount as possible. Whenever possible, I'm able to connect that to my computer and even send digital messages. I can even send emails through that. So say there's no power, internet's down, I could connect this to a battery, and I can pretty easily talk to people all the way around the world on it. Now, this is an antenna tuner, so that big dipole that was connected in the tree, this basically adjusts that so I don't have to have a bunch of different antennas all the time. So it works, or not all the time, but it makes it so I only have to have that one antenna. So this is for around the world communication. I can talk somewhat locally on it as well, but it's much more for around the world. And I'll give you more information on that. It actually, you pay attention to the sun and the solar flares and how busy it is. I apologize for this camera moving so much. I forgot to put on the stabilization mode. But it's a wonderful radio. And right now I have it connected to a 12-volt battery, which is what they run off of. Next to that, this is by the way, this is a Yaesu FT450D. It's an entry-level radio, but it is feature-rich. It's awesome. I can control it through serial to my computer, and it's a very nice radio. So far, I can't justify spending any more money whatsoever on a radio. This gives me everything I need, but maybe one day, as I get into it more and I learn more. This is an Anytone D, I believe it's 578 UV3 Pro, and it's a local VHF UHF radio, so I can talk on local repeater towers, which I'll make a video of sometime, and I can talk to my friends Simplex, so I can connect directly to their radios. I can talk to just people around the area. Anyone that's licensed, I can talk through this. It has a built-in GPS. It can send APRS, so it can send actual location information out to other radios and through the internet, and I can report where I am. Say I had this in my car and I was out storm watching, and I was looking for a tornado. I could show exactly where I am just in case I got lost or anything like that. It's a digital mode radio, so I can actually operate digitally. I can't encrypt legally unless I was operating on a business frequency. I can't remember if this is. I think this is type certified for business, but I haven't operated on that. I can't do encrypted on ham radio, but I'm able to talk locally to the National Weather Service. That's what I do a lot of my communication nets with the National Weather Service, as well as other local groups for social purposes as well as for public service. So those are my major radios. Now I do have a lot of handheld radios, but I'll get into those someday because right now this video would be way too long. So hope you enjoyed that and gave you a general idea. If you're interested in ham radio, I would suggest checking out other YouTube video channels. I'll link some below, and I think also hamstudy.org is one of the best websites to study to get your license. And I think you can get your license just online now while COVID's going on. I think that's what was going on. I haven't kept up on it. I am not like a huge authority on ham radio, but I am a ham radio operator. I love it. I have my general, which is like the second level. Technician is the first, and then general, and then amateur extra, at least right now. So, hope you learned something. Maybe you're interested in ham radio. I'd love to talk to you about it. Also, there are a lot of good groups online. So, have a great day, everybody.